Let's run the top command to check the CPU usage of each process. Take a look at this Perl process. The CPU usage is only around 13%. The usage does not increase even as many requests continue to come in. Run the ps command to check all Perl processes. We can see it is the standard Perl binary executable shipped with the Linux distribution. Let's take a look at the access log file for this Perl application. We can see many client requests are coming in, but the CPU usage remains low. This means that there is something blocking the Perl code from running efficiently. But we don't know what it is. How can we find out? Let's use OpenResty-X-Ray to check this unmodified process. You can analyze it in real time and figure out what is happening. Open the OpenResty-X-Ray web console in the web browser. Make sure you are on the right machine. You can choose the right machine from the list below if the current one is not correct. Go to the guided analysis page. Here you can see several types of problem that you can diagnose. Let's select low CPU usage and cannot go up. Click on Next. Select the Perl application. Select the process that consumes 14% of the CPU resources. This is what we saw earlier in top. Make sure the application type is right. The default should be usually correct. OpenResty-X-Ray can analyze multiple language levels at the same time. We'll keep both Perl and C selected. We can set the maximum time to analyze. We'll leave it at 300 seconds here, just as the default. Let's start analyzing. The system will keep performing multiple rounds of analysis. It is now executing the first round. The first round is done and it's already on the second one. That's enough for this case. Let's stop analyzing. It automatically generated a report. This is the problem type we're analyzing. Off CPU. This is the C code path that blocks operating system threads the most. The first function is select, a system call. Perl pp select is a built-in function that handles Perl's select function. It is a part of Perl's internal for monitoring and waiting for I/O events on sockets and other files. We can see from this C function that Perl code is currently executing. Next, we look at the hottest Perl code path blocking the OS thread from using the CPU. The top C function, select, is the blocking point in the C code path we just saw. The can-read Perl function of the net HTTP methods module waits until the socket has received new data for reading. Along the caller chain, we can see that it is blocked when reading the response headers in this read response headers function. Remote fetch is a function in our business level code. It belongs to our own Perl module, service processor. The most critical blocking code path was automatically inferred from this Perl land off CPU flame graph. Below are more explanations and suggestions about the issue. It refers to the select function we saw earlier. It mentions that this function uses the select call to proceed to the next step based on the data. This is also a reference to the remote fetch function we saw earlier. Let's go back to the code path. Hover the mouse over the green box for the remote fetch Perl function. You can see the source file and line number of this function in the tooltip. Click the icon to copy the Perl source file path. On the terminal, use the Vim editor to open the source file. Paste the file path we just copied. You can use any editor you like. Go to line 66, as OpenResty-X-Ray suggested. We can see it is sending out an HTTP GET request and waiting for its response. To avoid blocking HTTP requests in Perl, you can consider use non-blocking frameworks like Coro. OpenResty-X-Ray can also monitor online processes automatically and show analysis reports. Go to the Insights page. You can find the reports in the Insights page for daily and weekly periods. For this reason, you don't have to use the guided analysis feature. though guided analysis is useful for application development and demonstration purposes. OpenResty X-ray is a non-invasive diagnostic system based on our own dynamic tracing technology. It can monitor and scan performance problems, behavioral issues, and security vulnerabilities in real time. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.